As you know, that the African National Congress is planning to celebrate the success of the new government.
Before we start with anything, I must really offer my condolences to the Mboweni family. Tito Mboweni, one of the finest minds produced by the ANC, sadly, he has left this world. So for that, may his soul rest in peace. Now, on some more interesting news, the ANC continues to embarrass itself on the media platform. They go in public just to embarrass themselves. Now, what they are embarrassing themselves with is to celebrate 100 days of the GNU. The ANC says we are going to celebrate because what we have is a very good thing that needs to be celebrated. But without wasting time, listen to Paul Mashatile.
As you know, that the African National Congress is planning to celebrate the success of the new government. We believe that the past 100 days have been very successful in our work, and we want to take the opportunity for the President to thank our supporters, to thank the voters who voted in the May election. So that's what we're going to do today. We are very happy about the success because I'm sure all of you will agree that since the setting up of the GNU, the Government of National Unity, the country is stable. There's a stable government that is working. So we are happy about that. There were those who thought that maybe the new government, because it came from 10 parties, there are going to be squabbles and quarrels and so on. But in fact, the truth is that all those parties are working well together. We actually see ourselves as one team. So when we are in cabinet and we are doing our work, we don't say, okay, me, I'm from the ANC, you are from the Patriotic Alliance or the DA. We just say we are a GNU team. All the ministers accountable to the president, and the president is the only commander-in-chief. So he's the one that appoints the ministers, gives them tasks, and then we all account to the president. So if you were to ask me, is the GNU working? The answer is yes, it is. It's a government at work. Will it last 5 years? Yes, of course, because the statement of intent was a foundation that was laid to take us over the journey of 5 years. So that's what we are planning, to work together for the next coming years until we end the term successfully. If there are challenges, we will deal with them. Some of you might even know that 3 weeks ago, the leaders of the GNU met and they agreed that we must have a structure which will be chaired by myself that will look at any issues that needs to be attended to. If there are issues where maybe we don't agree about this or that, that structure will deal with those issues. All the leaders will recommend or propose people to serve in that structure. Our first meeting will be this coming Thursday in Cape Town.
The ANC has been in power for 30 years. They've just lost power, getting 40%, and now they had to form what they call the Government of National Unity with the Democratic Alliance and other parties. Now, since they've decided to do that, they are finding it difficult to be on the spotlight. The DS just announced that they are celebrating 100 days of the GNU. The ANC comes after to say that, well, we are also celebrating because there is success to see in that 100 days. Wait a minute, ANC, wait a minute. Didn't we just get reports that over 15 arrests have been made at OR Tambo? Just the other day, someone drops a huge load of drugs that allegedly they would amount to around 25 million of rands. Now, with that said, the ANC goes on to say that, well, we are doing well. The GNU is an oiled machine, perfectly oiled machine. Now, another example that we need to make is these crimes that we are seeing. Over the past weeks, we have seen families, not just one, families being murdered. We've seen kids dying because they just consumed food from spaza shops. Lusikisiki, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And just over the weekend, family members were killed. Members of the same family were killed. These crimes keeps occurring under the GNU. Are we not just having problems there by the KZN, where Mkhwanazi is the boss there, making sure that these criminals are meeting their makers because they're shooting at the cops? Those are some of the leaders that we should be celebrating. The ANC is afraid of being overshadowed by the Democratic Alliance, so now they are going to resort to doing the same thing that the DA is doing because they feel like if we don't do it, we are going to be looked as they are useless, the DA is more useful. They have to sit down and really strategize. We don't even know what is going on there by the GNU, but they are going to tell us that one of the major things that we are going to be celebrating is the Bella Bill. Really? Of all the things that we are seeing, all the troubles, we are paying over 20 rands for petrol. If you want us to celebrate, tell us that petrol is on 17 rand and we are trying to reduce it below 15 rands. Tell us that we are working very hard to reduce unemployment. If you can't even tell us about those, wait until you have worked on them. It should be a message to the ANC that you were rejected, because if a lot of people did not vote for you and you only got voted by the millions that you are announcing, it means a lot of people don't have trust in you. So what are you celebrating? What are you really celebrating, really? The country is going down. The GNU is not stable. You should be waiting until next year to say that we are seeing change. But now we are being told, let us celebrate because the DA is celebrating. Are they going to last if they will be continuing to copy what the DA is doing so that they don't get overshadowed? It is important for the ANC to emerge as the 40%, as the leader of the GNU, but for them to even go and say, well, the DA is doing as they do, let us try and emulate them so that we don't fail. ANC, it is very critical because 2026 is one of those elections that if you lose, the money is gone. Corruption will be minimized. Be careful. If you are going to continue working with the DA and copying as they write, you might see yourself in trouble. Anyway, what do I know?